Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Band Trading Cards. And today we are going to talk about dumping of our collections. And I can see a lot of people dumping their collections on eBay and other secondary markets. And you can see I have a data that shows there are more than 10 every day for Monarch first editions. OMG. So what happens to those people who dumps their collections? If let's say they bought it at 150 and then they dump it at the 300, so they earn a bit of 150 less shipping and something like that. But what happens to those people who bought it at 500 when Monarch first edition was on those price range? What happened? So it's a minus 150. So that is not a very good investment because people are treating it as an investment. Well, yes, it's an investment, but it's a long-term investment. And you probably have watched Rudy telling you that this is a long game. Yes, it's a long game, I'm sure. Sometimes, based on hype, there are years that hype is high and eventually will go down. And this time, all TCGs, cryptocurrency, and not just flesh and blood, everything is going down. But what happened if you don't have enough nets to catch you up when you fall? Then that's a problem. And many of us are dumping our collections, Monarch First Editions, cold foils, Majestic, and I can see Majestic at $3. Okay, so I can see that these people dumping their collections. Some of them, or probably most of them, I'm not sure, but if you are wise enough to think that this is a long-term game, you won't sell your collections in the dip. So wise people, wise investors, they buy on the dip. They don't sell on the dip. And these people who are probably have their needs, their family, they need to use the money for. I've seen posts on Facebook pages, Facebook groups, that they need to do some repairs on their garage or basement, something like that. That's why they're selling their collections. Okay, and I've just read a member who sold his first edition or alpha edition Welcome to Wraith because he said he's gonna sell it and then after that he's gonna buy it low. Okay, let's say this is the lowest. Okay, then you sell your box. Then what will happen to you? You will wait for it to go down. What if it doesn't go down? What if it's the lowest now? So it doesn't seem like a good way to invest on boxes, right? So there are people also who are using their credit cards. They bought it through credit cards. Probably they're maximizing their credit cards because credit cards here in Canada, it can go up to 8,000 for the limit. It can go up to 15,000. Okay? So if you have those limit, probably those people are maximizing it because they thought that Flesh and Blood or Magic, Pokemon, or all those TCGs are going to go up, 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 up. But it's not the case, guys. It's not the case. It's going down now. It's 300 plus US dollars for the Monarch first edition and 4,000 for Welcome to Wraith. Imagine that. That was a few weeks ago. It was 10,000. Now it's 4,000. What happened? It's because this TCG is volatile. It will go up and it will go down in just a snap. And that's what's happening right now. It went down, goes down because something happened in, probably the cause is the cryptocurrency, or maybe just people are exhausted or had been, get, the hype is not there anymore. So what should we do with this kind of dip? As a good investor, as an educated investor, you have to take care of your emergency fund first. Don't go into this investment, this kind of investment like buying boxes of TCGs, if you don't have any emergency funds. Emergency funds means that if anything, your garage repair, your car tire was flat, and then you have to fix your house, or you have to spend something for your family, that is what the emergency fund is all about. And that should be the first thing you should do. You need to have your emergency fund. And if you don't have work, of course, first and foremost, don't invest in TCGs if you don't have a job. If you don't have an income coming in, a positive cash flow, don't do that. So first, you need to have a positive cash flow to enable you to get an emergency fund, to have a savings. So in case that there's something happens, an emergency to your family, to your car, to your house, utilities, then that's where you get the money. And if you have the emergency fund, well, you can invest in your pensions. Like you can go to, like in Canada, you have to get your retirement funds, retirement savings plan. You get your education savings plan for your kids, and insurance. You have to do that first before going to the TCG, because TCG is a hobby. And it's just happened that it can be traded. That's why it's an investment, as they call it. But it's a long-term investment. So I'm not a financial advisor. It's not a financial advice. And you may listen to me, or you can decide not to. It's okay. But this is the truth. So you have to be prepared first before going into the TCG. Now, you're in here right now, right? And you used up your credit card and you're paying 3.5% a month. That's a painful thing, right? It's 19.9998% annually. That's painful, very painful to your family and to your finance. So what you can do? Well, you have to dump your boxes, because you can't decide not to, because you can't hold it until when the price of Monarch will go up, because you don't know when, right? So you have to dump it. You have to sell it, of course, just to minimize the risk of you can get your money back. At least there is money coming back, right? Or at least minimizing your debt. So this video is just for an advice from a friend. I'm Ben, and advice for little Bens who haven't had any education on the investment side of things. I'm not, I can say I'm not an expert in investment. It's just a common sense that you need to have a safety net, which is uh, an emergency fund that you can get whenever there's an emergency, as because of that name, emergency, right? So yeah, for those who had already been into this game and had invested using credit cards, um, using the debt, loans or something, well, you have to dump your boxes. That's the only solution you have. And when the price goes up, well, that's good. At least you have to minimize your debt, and or choose to pay for the 3.5% on the credit cards monthly. Okay, yeah. So this is a lesson for us, this dip, and we gotta hold on to our boxes because we have emergency funds. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.